The views and opinions on this show are for entertainment purposes only. The only factual information is any story that has happened to AT2 or the parties involved. Other than that, go ahead and get you a drink, get you something to eat, just relax and enjoy the show. Let's have fun. All right, y'all, let's get real.
What's up, everybody? I am sorry that I am late, but I was over there eating and sucking on crab legs. But I am back. Thank you guys so much for all your prayers and everything like that. I really do appreciate it. I did go to the doctor today. I'll update you later. I am doing better. I do want to say that it's progressing, not as fast as I wanted to, but it is progressing, So thank you to everybody for the prayers. Thank you to everybody who has been really, shouting me out and just looking after me and sending me DMs, emails, texts, all that good stuff. All right, let's go ahead and say what's up to the people, especially my members. What's up, Wendy Lynn? What's up, Beauty for Ashes? What's up? Thank you, Sanad. Thank you for coming. Autumn's mom, Kelly. What's up, Kelly? I ain't seen you in a minute. Yorkie mom, thank you for catching her live. Wendy Lucas, I did see her up in here. We got D, Tracy. Thank you, Tracy, for coming. What's up, Casey? All right. And without further ado, I guess let's go ahead and introduce my guest. So coming onto the show, this is actually her third time on the show, but this is her first time co-hosting with me, Krista Marie.
Hey, guys.
How are you doing?
I switched my camera and it cut me off a little bit, but hey, guys, sorry. I'm so short, right?
Yeah, because at first, you were higher up, and now you're lower.
I'm only 5 foot, right? So, I'm short as it is. And now I'm sitting on my knees now, so we're good.
Wow, I thought you were at least 5'5". I didn't know you were 5 foot.
No, I'm like a small child. I'm 5 foot. I only weigh 114 pounds. I'm like a small child, I swear.
Wow, I didn't know that.
You used to see it in New York. Adam and Jake, they're really tall. And they're there's the first time I met them, they're like, you are so tiny. I'm like, I know, guys. I told you, I'm just little. I fade into the crowd. I'm really, really small. Yeah.
Great. How was it seeing them on tour, by the way?
It was fun. It was amazing. It was magical. It was all right, I don't really get starstruck, right? But so I was just more excited to meet them. Like I said before, it was all of us coming together for the first time, meeting, doing the thing that we met, or that brought us all together and how we all met.
Right.
And that was the most special thing. And it was just, just to hang out and just have personal time and conversations and spend time and then how well it went. And there's more to come. They're dropping more dates coming up. So it's exciting.
That's cool. That's awesome. Yeah. AT2 tour is coming soon. Don't worry.
Yes, it's opening doors.
Distance. Yeah.
I'm telling you, get those tickets, right?
Right. But before we talk about 90 Day Fiancé, I do want to just clarify. So your name used to be Unpopular Opinion, but now it's Real Tea with Krista Marie. Just go ahead and explain real quick so
all
people know where to follow you at.
Yeah, originally it was the Unpopular Opinion, and I don't know. So it was too long to say all that. And then I used to be the Harsh Reality with Krista Marie. And then that got some bad juju on it. So I got rid of that. So now I shortened it to reality. So yeah, there's a whole freaking story, but all good now. We're reality with Krista Marie. I also do Whose Side Are You? Well, on my channel, I do Whose Side Are You on 3 times a week.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. It's funny. It's really funny.
Yes, and make sure you guys go ahead and check her
I
out too.
agree.
But her
I
YouTube
agree.
name might be something different by tomorrow, so you never
Yeah,
know.
just listen to this guy right here, right? This guy.
Right. But let's go ahead and talk about 90 Day Fiance. Okay, so first up I want to talk about is Ari and Bini. So as we've seen, they still ain't got a job, but Bini wants to be a UFC fighter, MMA. He wants to get into MMA and stuff like that, right? Um, Ari was upset because he was training with a girl and all this other stuff. It just doesn't come off First of all, they need a job that's giving them money, that's actually paying them up front, and then also, secondly, just her getting mad at the girl. It just seems so fake.
It was production.
It was bullshit.
Get out of here. I was like, and I'm like, Bini, say something. I'm like, wait, he's not going to say something because this is like, of course. But let's not forget, like devil's advocate, say it was real. Let's not forget your ex-husband did buy you underwear and bra, and you did lie and stay with him for months at a time. And so I don't want to hear that, like, oh, he's with a girl. You're not telling me you're training with a girl. Girl, your ex-husband came. He bought you bras. You stayed at his house when you lied about it. You stayed for months.
I forgot all about that. Thank you for reminding me.
Since when do these two need to work? When have they ever had to work?
Right. I wish they would just say we get paid from the show. Like, I hate that they're trying to spend this.
Pay. The mom and dad's never going to stop paying. They've always paid for her. They're not going to stop paying. Nobody told you to get a 2-bedroom apartment, mom and dad. Pay. I agree you have a child. Yeah, you should have 2 bedrooms, but you don't have jobs. I get it. But where they live in Princeton, it's very expensive. So I'm telling you that rent's probably $1,500 to $1,800.
Yeah.
But let's be real. You don't need to work. Your parents.
Right. What I was thinking was that they probably didn't want to say it on the show, but I bet you that's like an apartment that her parents have anyway, and just letting them move in there. Because who would want to, like, oh, I'm just going to all of a sudden get a lease and stuff like that. I was like, that's probably like a property her parents already had, and they're living in it.
I don't know. Like, the one day she looked at her mom's car was there. So I don't know. Maybe she borrowed it, or maybe it's just there. I don't know. I know they have money. I mean, obviously. Like, let's not forget she was traveling the world when she met him anyway. So.
Right. And she was doing work in not just Ethiopia, but like Kenya and stuff like that. I forgot exactly what she does. It's not necessarily humanitarian, but it's something else that she does. I think it plays into that, though.
I think he'd be really good at MMA. I think that they have the money to let him learn this craft, because there's a lot of that around here. There's a lot of places around here you can make money. 2 to 4 hours a day is nothing. He'd be working for 8 to 10 hours, girlfriend. So what are you worried about him being out of the house for 2 or 4 hours when he's learning something that's going to bring him money? And look at him. The man can do a backflip, a front flip. The man can like flip around the guy and like he'd be like ninja all around that place. He's like Spider-Man, right? And I'm sorry, but this chick did not walk in there on her and be like, "You're wearing fake eye." What did she say? "Oh, you're wearing fake eyelashes, though." Yeah, and the girl's like, "Yeah, like and I'm just like, wait a minute.
Yeah, it just seemed way too scripted, and it was just all like, "Oh, here we go." But if it's not Ari getting a drink thrown in her face, I really don't care.
Yeah, that too. And I was like, huh?
I need the sisters to come in there, and then they have a cage fight and shit, but that's what we really waiting for.
Well, my sister said you could at least sign for a green card. If you don't want me, you can sign for the green card.
Right. That, you know what? No. She mentioned in this episode, like, I think he doesn't love me as much as, and I think that's what we've been all thinking. Like, he doesn't really love her. Like, he's just going with the flow.
I don't want to hear it. I think he gets that nag. I think she nags him way too much. And he's like, look, like, you put me in this position. They had a baby. Yeah. But, he has one child that he lost. He coming here is a really good idea for him. He can do good here. maybe he does want to do. I mean, there's nothing wrong with him wanting to come here now and make a living for his children.
Yeah,
So,
and hopefully he does get to see his son. I know the ex-wife lives in Iowa, so hopefully he does.
It's the least she can do.
Right. Okay, moving on to the next.
Yes.
Let's talk about Jibri and Miona. So they go to Chicago so he can work on like a record or whatever, which, by the way, now you can just do your vocals somewhere else and then send it over. You don't need to exactly go to Chicago to record anything, but all right, we'll just go along with it.
Go with it. All right,
so anyway, his friend, his name is David or David or something like that.
David, yeah.
David, yes. Yeah. So, he talks about his trucking company and that he can help him. He can use one of his trucks and work with him and stuff like that. Jibri seems like he doesn't want to. That's not something he want to do. Also, Miona and David don't get along. They're trying to figure out, as far as like, he feels like he's playing the middleman and all this stuff. But I mean, at the end of the day, I will say they could have tension, but at the end of the episode, they start getting to a slap boxing match. And I was all like,
I don't know. Like, is it real though? Or like, do you think they're playing? Or do you like, to me, I think David is in love with Jibri. Or it's the token 90-day single jealous friend. Or David has a thing for Jibri. Because what do you care that he calls his girl and says, look, my phone's going to be off for a couple minutes? Like, and I'm like, dude, shut up. Like, let him just call his girl. Like, everything's going to be a problem, right? So why?
Do you think they fucked before? Excuse my language.
No, I don't. I don't. I mean, possibly, but who cares, right? If they did, they did. But if he's with Miona now, dude, relax, bro. Let him be with his girl. He didn't pick the band over. He picked the life over them. He just picked to have a little bit of a life over the band. Like,
right.
Were they on their way to stardom? Are we missing something? Did they have a record deal that he forgot about? Like, I don't.
Right, we ain't never heard their music, but
TikTok. Like, you can release shit from a different part of the country. You don't have to be a part of the world. You could be. Yeah. I'm here next to you right now. We can release something right now. They all fucking.
Said, yes,
and the twin sister that Jibri used to be with. David's sisters could end up with Miona.
Oh Lord, that's gonna be some love triangle shit. But yeah, I just thought the fight was so staged, and like the whole jealousy of Miona and that's just, and you know what? Also, too, you got to think about it. Like, there's friends that choose to have a life, and if they choose to have a life, then that is what it is. Like, you just got to move on. And anything, I'm all like, you can just replace Jibri with somebody else, because like, who is he? Like, you can replace him with anybody. So do you actually need him in the group? Like, just
I like Alien guy or Alien Cash Alien guy.
Oh yeah, what was his name?
Cash and Money Alien or
something like that. Yeah, like with
whatever he's drinking, smoking, eating. I don't know. Yeah, but
they're very eccentric. I'll say that. Definitely.
I like that look. I can rock with that, like Serbian look. I really do. I like it.
Right.
I like how he just he creates his own look from where they're from, and he gets the boots and he gets the cowboy out and he integrates in where he's from. I'm like, this dude's cool as fuck. Like, I really like him a lot. But
right.
But listen, you don't got $90.
Did you sneeze earlier? She said, "Bless you."
No, I was probably just laughing. It's just.
Oh, okay. You probably farted. I don't know.
Probably. Yeah, but they don't even. How are they doing a beach wedding? He don't even want to fill his tank up, and he's going for 16. I thought he's like a half a tank. I was like, no, we're going a 2-hour drive, 14 hours, and he's like, oh, half a tank will get us there. She said, you're trying to save money. You got to
right.
regardless. with the money you got on you. So just do it now, dude. Like, what? I was laughing. How are you gonna have a beach wedding? You can't even. You don't even want to fill your tank.
Right. That I don't know about that beach wedding, but we all know that we all know that they're already married. But we'll play dumb.
We'll just go along with that.
We'll play dumb like they are.
You'll have a beach wedding then, sure.
Right.
If we can go to Chicago, sure.
Yeah, let's talk about Yve and Mohamed. So this one, so he takes it. So after they got into the little argument about her wearing a bikini and then her friends, asking them questions about sex and all that stuff, they decide to, well, she takes them to a mosque. And so he's under the impression that she's going to convert. However, I'm just thinking like they didn't have this conversation beforehand. Like all of a sudden now you think she's going to convert. And here's the thing. I understand it's his religion and stuff like that and all the rules that he's given, but he's not in the power to tell her shit.
Right.
You are living under her house, under her roof. You're not the power dynamic for you to want to control her and run her.
Right.
You don't have the money to run her, unfortunately. Right. So,
don't you respect her religion, dude? She said respect your wishes. You need to respect hers too.
Right. You cannot tell me like they did not have a conversation beforehand about this, like what they were going to do. And it's just ridiculous. Like, I don't understand.
Are we jaded or what? Do you think these people got us jaded? Because we're like, we don't fucking this shit.
Right. We just don't believe any of them. Huh? Yeah.
They lie. Like, they're just lying. They're all lying.
Right. But no, it's just that, you would think that, okay, you either have, and there are people that are together and have two different religions. Like, let's not pretend that there's not. But, there are, but, if he's under the impression that she's going to follow what he wants her to do because he's Muslim, then no, like that definitely wasn't going down. And he should have asked her like, oh, are you going to convert or not? And then him saying, oh, well, this might make, I might go back to my country and all that.
Get out of here.
Trust me, she ain't tripping.
You ain't going, and you ain't going back either, dude. Shut up. Like, I feel like this is another, what's his name? Rebecca and the other one.
What is his name?
Yeah, all right. He got it for real fast, right? But then all of a sudden she's like, "Oh, you can't live with me," and I don't know. You want to get married that fast? I'm like, girlfriend, you're marrying him. Shut up. He's a good dude.
Right.
Stop with this shit. Stop.
But I know that Yve is in her 40s, and so I know that's another thing. What I've been told is that usually people want to get married quicker when they are older. And so I don't think he necessarily wants to get married to her. I think that this is just kind of like a fun thing. And then especially, if she's not going to convert, I don't think he's going to want to get married to her.
Is it going to, like, how's that going to work? Because they're going to fight about this for the rest of your life, about what she wears, if she's going to go to the mosque. It's going to be a never-ending argument and fight. Their religions are going to clash. Right. And he just needs to give in, or they need to compromise. I mean, like you said, conversations, again, that you have before you put a ring on somebody's finger.
Yeah, and I was just thinking, like, Bilal and Shaida, how has Yve and Mohamed talked about having kids at all?
I don't think she can. I think by choice, I don't think she wants to. I don't know, actually.
Yeah, but you know what? That was interesting because I was like, they haven't talked about that, but Bilal and Shaida have talked about that. And, he doesn't want any kids or whatnot. Now, I do think he need to be honest with her and just tell her, like, yo, I don't want no more kids.
Right. Do you think he would change his mind or no?
I think it's really hard to say. Now, if he go behind her back and get snip, then no. But I was gonna say, if he
change your mind for somebody, if you had that situation and say, but you would probably have already told her this person this before they got here. But would you? Right. Do you think a girl coming along at our age would make you change your mind by now or no?
It depends. Yeah. My thing is always thinking about like, okay, do I want kids or not?
Right.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like a thing, like an internal battle
Right.
that I have with myself. But
Same.
if I'm like at that point where I'm all like, no, I don't want any kids,
Yeah.
then I would be honest and upfront about it.
Right.
But, you know, I'm still in the stage where like I could go either way. But, you know, but at a certain point, I'll be like, nah, because I just don't want to be a grandpa at the kindergarten graduation. That's what I don't want. But, you know.
His kids too, like his kids aren't that much older. They're not that much older. I mean, if they're going to do it, they got to do it soon. I think if he doesn't want to be an older person, but his OCD is out of control. I don't think he could stand having a child in that house again. And I think that's why his wife probably left him, because, and you know, I'm so Shida was testing him. She did everything that he couldn't stand that day just to see what his reaction would be. She went against the going on him, which I give her credit, because he can't treat her like that. Like, I'm not going to live with somebody that talks to me like you're my father. No, dude. Because like she said, like, stop lecturing me. I told you I don't want to go. You were so disrespectful. He's like, that interesting shit that he said. I'm like, fuck this, dude. Interesting? You condescending fuck? No, interesting. That's my feelings. Like, I was like, what do you say? I would have sat and looked at him like, okay. I would have been quiet from then on and let that dude just talk. And then when he got home, that would have been it.
Right. Well, what I thought was interesting was that, you know, the whole what do you call it? OCD. How that plays into him probably not wanting kids. Right. Because when you have kids, they are dirty, they are messy.
It's a lot.
You got shit all over the walls, floors, and it is annoying. So I can see that, you know, him thinking like, nah, I don't want to mess with that at all, because he got to start over from square one where he already has like kids. They're not older kids, but they are teenagers. You know what I mean? And like going from teenagers to a baby, honestly, to tell you the truth, all ages are hard. I don't care what they say. All ages are hard. But going to a baby and from a teenager, that's a huge... He don't want to start over. He definitely does not want to start over. So I get where he's coming from with that. But the OCD thing, and like you said, I think she's doing everything to annoy him on purpose.
Just to be like, come on, man. Like you, well, they do this thing where they do play tricks on each other. Apparently, she did it to him there. He did it with the house here. Now she's trying to push his buttons.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, he started out with the house.
Yeah, other, but I mean, but that interesting thing. Oh, I was like,
All right, moving on to the last cup. Oh no, we have one more. I want to do Patrick and Thais. So, this one isn't really anything, because the whole arguing over the brother living there, and like he said, I forgot the exact words that he used, but he mentioned like, oh, you know, right now I'm not in the position not to have him there. And I don't think she realized, no, the reason why his brother is there because he needs help with the rent. I don't think he gets that. And that's his brother. You know what I mean? He's been living with his brother. So what do you expect?
And that's true. When he said that, I understand something like their childhood. I get it. It's probably going to be hard for them to let go eventually. But when he said, I need his help, she should have ran right there and said, okay, yeah, you want to live in this $1 million house. I'm sure he makes good money, but the brother makes good money too. And you want to have this $1 million wedding. You want to do this, you want to do that. We're going to open a new business. Like, he just bought another $1 million home. Yes, that his brother, and she just needs to relax. The brother doesn't have to be up there. $1 million house. I'm pretty sure you have a separate space.
Right. Well, he has the upstairs now. You heard him say, "Oh, we won't really be up here. We'll be downstairs." Yeah, so he has the upstairs. But then I was thinking, like, also, why didn't Patrick get like a smaller place? Like, why does he need such a big place like that?
He maybe has the money for it, or he's used to it, or she. I just think he maybe has the money for it. I maybe he just, maybe he didn't have it growing up. I don't know. I mean, like, maybe, I think that's when he started out with his family, with his wife and kids. I'm sure they had that big house, and I'm sure he makes good money. And then maybe just got used to that, and having the
right. But I know why he has the original home, but the new one in Dallas, why did he go to a bigger house? Like, if they wanted it just to be them two, well, Thais wanted it to be them two, then he should have downgraded to something that he could afford on his own, than getting a bigger house.
But then I don't think he's ready to let go of John yet either.
Oh, that's true. You're right about that.
And let John pay. Let him find somebody. Let him meet some people. It's not like he's going to know anybody when he gets there. Give them some time, a year or 2 years, however long it's going to take them to get on their feet. That's whatever. And let them meet a woman. Thais, you're hot. Go out with their hot husband and find hot John, a hot girl. It's not going to be that hard. You're all hot people.
I like how you thought about that. Yeah, why don't they hook him up with somebody?
You're a hot couple people. Like, there's 3 of you. You got money. I'm sure you're no problem picking chicks up. Find them a nice girl.
That's not that hard. I like that.
Wake them up and get them out of the house.
And get them out the house. Or the girlfriend gonna end up moving with them, and we'll be in another situation.
Let's
move on to the next.
Will be like, well, now I'm attached to her too, so I kind of want everybody to be a family. Nice to be like, what the.
Great. All right, let's move on to the last couple, Emily and Kobe. So I had posted a meme earlier in the week because everybody has been saying, and I'd seen the meme. Basically, they put Kobe and Emily's family on a poster on Get Out because it reminds you, like, where's the teaspoon?
Yeah, I didn't understand the poster until I saw the episode. I was like, oh.
Like, it literally looks like Get Out. They don't want him touching the baby. They don't want to leave him alone with the baby. He got to sleep in a room by himself. Like, like, what the hell in the colonial slave period is going on? Like, what the fuck?
And then they're watching him do the shit. He's shoveling shit, and we're watching him, and I'm like,
yeah, he's shoveling shit.
Yes,
like, out of all the jobs, they have him shoveling shit on national TV.
To do. And then just sit there and say, you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong.
Yeah. And then when he told him to shut the fuck up, now you shouldn't tell people to shut that I should say F up because F up. But
you're in the middle of nowhere. You definitely should not be telling. Go watch. Somebody needs to make him watch that movie real fast.
Grace.
I did not get it.
I don't know if you've ever seen Get Out, but you need to watch it because they're trying to transplant your brain into the dad's body.
He was pulling up, and that's just like the movie. He said, "I'm in a nice house. This is beautiful. Hug me, Mom, Dad." Oh my God, I got the chills. It's the same thing.
Yo, I'm telling you, it's like a movie.
We're
a Get Out.
We're horrible people.
But like just from like the whole don't feed him this, don't do that, no, you're not allowed to do, and it's all like, yo, this is his child, and like the way they're talking down to him, it's just uncomfortable, and I don't like it.
I know, it's like Kobe, blink once for yes, blink two, are you okay? Like, do you need us to get you? Nod one for yes, like, are you okay? Like, we need you to nod or like wink or something. Like, do you need help?
Right. I just don't like it at all. It's just so uncomfortable, and like, I mean, I hope they're just playing it up on TV. But if they're not playing it up on TV, Kobe,
She's like, I'm having second thoughts. You're having second thoughts. We're having second thoughts. Like.
Right. But I hate how the parents come down on Kobe, but they never come down on their daughter who had sex with a man with no condom in China. Right. Like, and
why are they always there in the arguments? They're always Dad's like, I think
get out.
Why are you there? Like, what? Like, why are you always the father the first day? I'm like, I would have walked away. Like, let them have their argument. The dad's there. I'm like, why are they watching him like this? Like, this is horrible.
Ooh. Take your baby. Casey asked, is that the best?
Oh, shit. Shit. Wait, let's hope not. Like, I'm sorry, Emily, or M-E. What's her name? Emily? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
totally.
Let's hope not, or they're playing up for the cameras. I'm starting to sweat. I'm feeling bad for this man. Like, I don't even know if they're married. I haven't seen anything, but
yeah, I haven't seen anything about them being
his
married.
family
So
probably saw it and was like, "Come home now. You have
yeah,
rights.
but
You have
it's just
rights.
uncomfortable. And you know what? And shout out to Autumn because she did mention. Oh no, it was Sunny had mentioned something. Let me see if I can find Sunny's comment. But how they had went to the restaurant and he was like, "Oh, there's no other black people here," and she was like, "Oh, well, there's one guy sitting at the bar," and it was like, "Oh my God, like." With and like he's from it's the country is Cameroon. The country is Cameroon where he's from. And so, you know, there's not that many white people there. And so now he's coming from a place where it's all white people and there's no black people except one guy at the bar. Now, she didn't say if the guy was working behind the bar.
I thought that's what we were going to see, like a dishwasher. And I'm like, no, they did not. Like,
right. Like, was he working there or was he a customer? Because that makes a totally different scenario.
It could be, who knows? I mean, the way they all look at him too, and I'm like, your daughter went to this country and got pregnant by this man and had this man. So baby,
right.
So like,
right.
I mean,
it's so funny because like internally, like I was thinking like something's off with this, but then it's been like a lot of other people and then like white people who have mentioned like, no, something is wrong with this. So I was like, okay, we know something.
Should I say something or am I just going to let her back? Because I was
right.
I don't feel right about it. And I'm like, Kobe, run. And then when I saw the meme and then I was like, oh, now I get it. Now I get it.
Great.
Oh no! And all this stuff. I was like, oh my God, it's like so reminiscent.
Right. All right, let's move on to the family Chantel. Now, the family Chantel, the family is very hateable. And what I mean by hateable is that it's hard to like anybody from this family. However, Winter is the only one that I like.
I love her.
Winter is the only one that I like. And I am happy about her weight loss. I know we're going to see her journey, but I am happy about her weight loss. She looked good.
Yeah, you saw those like those confessionals. You could tell they were after.
Yeah, you could tell they were after her face was smaller and everything like that. Yeah. And she looks good, definitely. You know, and she was always beautiful. You know, I think there's a thing like where we think, oh, big people can't be cute or beautiful. Like that's a lie.
She's one of those girls. You look at her, you don't even see it, but like she said, she's always wanted to be thin, but like she was beautiful anyway. Like, but he's not like now. She could be Miss Dominican Republic, but not this other freaking fool.
Oh no, the Pedro sister, Dominican Republic. No, but I would say she definitely a butterhead. Everything looked good, butterhead.
Take a freaking seat. Take 10 seats. You don't have a job. You don't have a house. You don't have an education. You don't have a man. Like, and you're not doing it. You get a little bit of your brother's money and a little bit of status, and all of a sudden you think that you can be Miss Dominican Republic.
Right. She broke up with Alejandro too. Like I guess she said
he broke up with her.
Right. But here's my thing.
I think he broke up with her.
I think that Alejandro probably is going to pop up soon. I don't think like it's over with because her friend said, "Oh, is this like forever or is this just kind of like you know, when did this?
Yeah, it'll be tomorrow.
When did this happen? Like yesterday, today? Like when did this? So that some tells me they always break up and get back together. Yeah. So now, you know, this is something that happened.
Like, do we know? Like, I hope to God that Pedro and Chantel do not send them any money. Do they still pay for that life? Because if they do, they are so stupid.
I'm thinking they get paid from the show now.
I think
originally, yeah, they were sending them money, but I think now, well, I hope if you do, because this is like the 4th season.
I mean,
it's the 4th season. So, TLC, y'all better be paying these people.
They don't even deserve to be on the show. His sister and mother are just bottom feeder, freaking.
They're horrible people.
Horrible fucking people. Pedro is better off. He's so disillusioned and has no idea what's going on about the real world.
Do you think Pedro actually likes Chantel? I've never got
Yes.
Really?
I do. I think that he does. I think he's disillusioned by his mom and his sister, but I think that he does love his wife. I think that he's really smart. I think that he's doing really well here. I think it's really cute that he loves his house. I like how he's doing the yard. I
did like that.
Stay away from his mom and his sister. They are toxic for him. They're so toxic. Look how quickly it took him to turn on his sister. He didn't know. How do you not know your sister's crazy? How did you not know that this entire time that your wife was right and if you didn't see that your mom and sister were wrong this entire time, and it only took her throwing a glass for you to turn.
Right. And she doesn't regret throwing the glass
No,
either. She's like, oh, whatever. Yeah. Like, she don't regret throwing the glass. Like, that could have hurt somebody.
She told them, I'm like, she's like, yeah, they'll never come back here and disrespect me again. And they're like, we don't give a
right. They don't even give a damn.
Stop. They need to get her. I can't. Like, she makes me.
Right.
I can't. I call it the fucktail family. I just can't take it anymore. Like, get them off.
What did you think about the TikTok Barbie? Like, that's who Winter was getting her advice from. The TikTok Barbie.
I hope that it went way past the TikTok Barbie. It went to like some professionals, and she really looked into it. And she didn't just take this. I mean, look, she had great weight loss already, but that's not everybody doesn't have that experience just because one person. Right.
And she had to buy her own bandages and everything. Yeah. I was like, well, damn.
You're in socks. Like, what if you forgot? You gotta have cold feet.
Right.
Like, I think, maybe that makes more sense. I mean, look, I am so against our healthcare system. I think it sucks. And you probably do get good healthcare in other countries, but I just hope there's more into it. And like Chantel's a nurse, so that's great. So you'll have your nurse sister. That's great. So.
And a lot of people do go to Mexico to get that surgery. It is like a thing, like a big YouTuber had went and actually had it done in Mexico too. But I know, because in America, I know you have to go through mental evaluation. You also have to lose weight on your own, and there's a few other things that you have to do too. Like, there's a lot of requisites that we have here in this country that the other ones, they'll go ahead and do it, without all those. So I get it, but my thing is just, it's not even going to Mexico and getting it done. It's just that all that traveling you're doing to go down there and get it done. And
I'd be afraid too. Like, what if, all right, maybe if they stay there longer, what if something goes wrong and you can't travel back, and then your family can't stay, you got financial responsibility, or you can't financially afford to stay, or like you to travel, a lot of things can go wrong, and you're in a country that you're not familiar with, and you don't have, especially, I don't know, anything. I'd just be nervous unless I had a home there, or like a home base, or a group.
Right. I just want to be close to home.
Yes,
when something goes wrong. I want to be close to home. I don't want to be in another country or anything like that. I just want to be close to home.
You have to pay for her body to come in. Just, there's a lot that can happen that you don't think about, but.
Right. I think that, I think that Winter probably, how do I put this? I think that the mom puts a lot into Chantel, and I can tell that the mom likes being on TV, and that's why she's so up Chantel's ass. And I feel like it had to be some kind of insecurity where the mom shows so much love to Chantel and the other kids, because don't forget they got the brother who was with the girl from the Philippines.
They want nothing to do with that.
Yeah, and he's not even on the show. I forgot.
Like, I am not doing your scripted bullshit.
Yeah, like he's not even on it no more.
Well, look what they did to his wife and his wife's family. I was shocked. Right. I was like, Karen, you're a Karen. You are such a Karen. That was horrible to call that lady whatever. But but Pedro's family deserved it, but his boy's family didn't. I mean,
right.
I wouldn't want them to come and put some fuck shit in my life neither. Like, twist shit up and then leave. and get paid, and I don't get really nothing. I don't
Right,
think so.
you get really nothing, yeah,
Right.
because I'm all like, no, you got to pay me to look ridiculous like that.
And I don't think and I don't think River is going to bring a girl around again for a while either.
Right, because the last season they made him look ridiculous too with the girl just because she had a child, and like they were just putting too much on it. And I was all like, yo, I don't like that. And like, you know, the side characters don't get paid as much as the main characters. So I'm all like, nah, y'all gotta run me my money up front to look ridiculous. Like River went to the place to go get you know, bandages and stuff like that. But other than that, he wasn't like all up in it and stuff. I don't blame him. If you're not gonna pay me like that, then why would I want to? You know, why would I? What? Hell no! I ain't embarrass myself for free just so you can get a paycheck. Oh, let me go ahead and let Sebastian on here. What's up, Sebastian? How you doing?
Hi everyone. How are you guys?
Hi.
Good. What you want to add to the show?
Okay, I want to talk about 90 Day Fiancé.
Okay, go ahead.
I do agree with the Jibri thing. I do think he and David may have something that they are together. And yeah. Yep.
Something
Exclusive. You heard it here first. Exclusive.
Something.
Go ahead.
They have something together. And but Jibri and Miona are good. I feel like he could be bi. I do think Jibri could be bi. And
Turn off camera.
Him and David have done some things. Thais and Patrick, I understand why Thais is like this. It's not normal in her culture to go live with someone who is living with their brother. Like you're engaged with someone. You're getting married with them. You would not expect to be living with their brother as well. I understand why. It's a culture shock. That's the main reason why that's an issue.
right.
I also think that Bilal, you guys said you don't think he's I think AT2 said it. You don't think he's the type to go get snipped and not
Right.
suffer. I 100% think he does that. I 100% did that. He's the type to do that. He would like that.
Yeah.
And he's the type too, because I believe in Islam, women who are going through their time of the month, they can't be around their husbands. I do think he would do it around that time, so he could use it as an excuse to recover from the surgery.
That would be horrible to do that to her. That would be so bad.
And
I would have to leave him if he did that. I would leave him if I were her, because that is slimy and shady that you did to me before we even got married. Imagine the shit you could do after, if you could do that before we, like, nah.
Right.
That's just on a level that you just don't. No. It's like not giving her the choice, to taking away her choice of whether she wants to stay or go, or you know.
And
right.
She's very young. I see why would she want kids. Well, she's at the point too where she would have to have a child as well. Because isn't she like 36?
37.
Oh, she would have to have a child by like soon,
like real soon. Like,
or it could be more dangerous and more. Well, it is at the point where it is dangerous already. It would be more harder.
Yeah.
And what's the other couple that was on the show?
We talked about Yve. Did you mention Yve and Mohamed?
I want to talk about them too.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say this. It might sound ignorant. Americans.
Oh Lord.
Americans, you can't be getting husbands, and mostly husbands. You can't be because they're the ones who force you to convert. You can't be getting men from Arabic and Middle Eastern countries who are Muslim and expect them to make you stay whatever your religion is. No, it doesn't work like that. They're not going to allow you to be dominant in the relationship. They want you to be submissive. They want you to be submissive. They want to tell you what to do. And you can't be all, oh my God, I'm in America. No, it doesn't work like that. It was a done deal once you got your little K1 visa for him. That's what happened. Now you have to convert because you brought it back to yourself.
But I feel Hamza was submissive.
Who, Hamza?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Hamza's a different breed, though. Hamza was a young. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I don't know what to think about Hamza.
Well, I think what was the word called? Business. Just trying to come over here just to get a green. I don't know. He might have been playing the game. I'm just saying.
Hamza,
yeah, but she was hella crazy though. She made up that crap with those text messages. That was crazy.
Yeah.
But I think in Tunisia they're a little bit more progressive in the that type of thing. Because remember,
right? I have heard that. Yeah.
Well, he made up an excuse that he looks at her like his wife, so it's okay with sleeping in the same bed. So it's like they're not married, but he said because they're engaged, then he can violate that part of the religion and sleep in the same bed or house.
A lot of them are having these spiritual marriages. And I guess this is like a thing. Basically, a spiritual marriage is just so you can have sex. That's not the real reason, but that's AT2 definition. Like, basically, people have a spiritual marriage just to have sex. So
it's done in a lot of religions. Even it's done in Christian religions too. I think I told you I had one too.
Oh you did say you had.
I would rather do that anyway because you don't need a piece of paper. But
right. I agree. You don't need a piece of paper. Yeah,
you don't get a piece of paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, but these people on 90 Day Fiancé, they're just having it to have sex. But
Vinny and Ari make it work. I don't know. I don't think one converted, or I think they just separately have a different religion, and I think it works for them. They make it work.
Vinny and Ari, it's kind of complicated because Ari, her mother is Catholic, her father is Jewish, and Binyam is Eastern Orthodox.
Yeah, he's like Yeah. It was something different like that.
Which is very similar to Catholicism. It's very similar to
So they're so they're kind of like similar then, I guess.
Yeah, but the Judaism, that's where it all. That's where the difference is.
Okay.
But the thing. Oh, and we got to talk about Ariella and Binyam too. Okay.
Okay, go ahead. Sound off.
This is not the first time she's been doing this stuff on this show. Remember when she got jealous because he would turn his phone off and she literally snatched the phone out of his television and was like,
season 1, yeah. Yep.
Right.
I thought that was just because she was pregnant though. I thought it was hormones, but maybe not.
Nah, she seemed just evil.
She's very jealous of him. And I'm like, well, Ari, you can't expect certain things. You have to expect this. Like, you have to expect this. You allowed him to be a dancer. He was a dancer. He's obviously going to be around so many different types of people. Now he's going to be MMA fighter. And
have y'all ever seen the wedding video, like on his first marriage? Did y'all see his wedding video?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so Chris Marie, what I'm gonna say is go and watch that video, and then you let me know your thoughts on it. Because for me, he just looked so much happier with his first wife.
Okay. All right.
Yes, he did. I agree. 100%.
Sebastian, what were your thoughts on that video?
100%. He was way more happier than being with Ari. Right now, he's only with Ari with a green card. You see,
it's very unfortunate, but when you watch it, you're gonna be like,
though, like she, it's another child that he have to be separated from. She is basically forced him to come here because the decision was not to live there; it was to live in Ethiopia, and she was going to stick by that last year. And then she gets 1 month over here with her ex and the surgery, and all of a sudden now they're moving back, and now they gotta do it. You know what I'm saying? Like she was like, "Look, fam, I'm staying. It's my decision. You're not running my. I can raise my child just as well in Ethiopia." But then all of a sudden now she comes back, the ex-husband, all this crap, and now all of a sudden they're in Jersey.
Right. Oh, let me get Autumn's mom on here before we close out. We got about 5 more minutes. Okay. What's up, Autumn's mom? How you doing?
Hey, everybody. Hey, Sebastian.
Hey, hi.
Mom. Sebastian, surprisingly, I have been agreeing with you a lot today.
Okay.
Yes. Okay, let me run down the line real quick. As far as the family, Chantel, I don't watch that show. I try to tune in. To me, that's way too much reading. If I want to do that much reading, I'm going to read a book. I no, I literally I'll turn my TV on and then I'm going to do other things. So I just
Right, you just
listen
want
to
to listen
shows.
in the
Yeah.
background, and
So I
I
can't
got shit to do. I can't read all day.
exactly. I don't have time to just sit in front of the TV and watch. So I can't do that. Now, 90 Day Fiance. Since you just talking about Ari last. Ari gets on my nerves, and I hope that Benny gets here, gets everything he can out of America, and does the damn thing and
Yeah.
leaves her. Her
Yes.
self-esteem is so low, and she's
Yes.
such a pain in the ass and controlling.
Agreed.
First
It's the
of all,
least you can do.
he can't work right now. So
Right.
it's not on him to say, oh, y'all need to get jobs. She's just in culture shock because her parents told her to finally get a damn job. So
Right.
every time she thinks about paying bills or whatever, she wants to take it out on him. She
Yep.
takes him to New York City last week, and now he's all enamored and happy and just mentions, maybe we can move here. He didn't say tomorrow. He didn't say next week. And she like bit his head off like, oh,
Yep.
well, you're ungrateful. You just got
Yep.
here. Why would you want to leave?
Agreed.
Okay.
And another thing
Now,
about the New York City thing. In New York
huh?
City, for someone like him who can't get a job yet because he doesn't have a work permit, in New York City, it's very easy to get like off the books. What's it called?
Work.
Under the table work, but we're not trying to get him to lose his ability to become a permanent citizen by getting caught
We
up
want him
doing
to
something
leave her one
illegal,
day.
Sebastian.
Leave her one day. Yeah.
But
With
when he's
grace.
able to work legally, yes, that is an option. I'm sure he won't have trouble becoming employed by going across the bridge. Now, Krista, you're from the Princeton area, you said.
Yeah.
So did you not think that it was Ari putting 20 on 10, talking about taking him back and forth to the gym was going to be that big of a deal? For one, no one asked you to drive him every day.
It's
She
not
could have
that
went right to Princeton Junction, got up on the New Jersey Transit, and got off in Jersey City
listen.
and stopped capping.
I don't know
Nobody
It
told
where
you
takes
else.
to.
2 hours to go from north to the bottom to the
Exactly.
top. Get
Thank
out of
you.
here.
Thank you. There was no reason for you to be following him around like a lap dog. You the one that's decided to follow him around and sniff up his behind all day. Nobody asked you to do that. Now,
Shout
as
out to
far as
everybody in Jersey.
now, as far as Muhammad goes, I am on Muhammad's side. That's where I agree with
Oh,
Sebastian at.
Oh,
Exactly.
Yes, because to me, they were together for 2 years. You must know something about that person and what their beliefs are. He made it no secret. And even to today, he said, we talked about it. You told me you were willing to do these changes, and I believe him. He
okay.
also said, listen, you don't have to change, but you just can't marry me. So it's not like he trying to make a change. He said, listen, in order to be with me, these are my requirements, and either you go with him or you don't. So she has a choice. But for her to come bring him over here, knowing what he expected, what he wanted, and then now try to play victim in front of her friends, to me, that's like a whole bunch of BS. Now, with Jibri and his girlfriend, that whole thing, watching them is hard because we know it's all fake. And it's like they're reenacting their storyline to bring us up to date. Now, yeah. Now,
Yo,
when they
that's
went
so
to
true. You ain't lying with that one.
With the
when
guy
they went
yep.
when they went to the Fringe Trucking Company, first of all, there's a lot of money to be made in trucking, even
Yup.
more so
True.
nowadays than in music. Also, if his wife wants to get her California dream on, that would have been a good way for them to get up out of the mother's house, because you can truck across the country
Yeah.
and be able to do that
Mhm.
anywhere. So you just don't want to work. You want to be a bum. That's what it is. So, but
Right.
you want to have a beach wedding. Now, when she first kept talking beach wedding, I guess since from Jersey, I'm thinking, oh, there's beaches everywhere. I wasn't thinking destination
Me
wedding.
neither.
Yeah,
Me
how you
neither.
gonna have a destination wedding and you ain't got a destination job? It don't make sense. No,
90
none of
days,
that
they don't
makes
got
sense.
$90.
Right.
Yes,
You ain't got a pot to
and
piss in.
exactly. As far as Shida and them, I'm not even going to talk about them because I do think she was testing him. I'm glad she held her ground. You
Yes.
took me to the mosque last week, and you made me very uncomfortable. So no, that's not where I want to go this week. I'm staying home. Fast forward to the last and final couple, Emily. I
Oh, yeah,
can't
I forgot about
stand
that.
her.
Oh,
I cannot stand her. Y'all were way
Yeah.
too nice. First of all,
Yep,
she's
they were.
giving me all kinds of racist vibes. Her mother's acting like a weirdo, always lurking in the bushes like an overseer.
Right,
Like, I
right.
don't need you to assist me and oversee me shoveling shit. How wrong can I do it? Like, come on. And she's lucky all he did was say, shut the
right.
F up, because it would have been that and then some. It would have been shut the F up, get up out my face now, a whole bunch of other stuff. I would have had that little girl somewhere crying. She
Exactly.
is too controlling. She don't want him to tickle the baby feet. She don't want him to feed him. She don't want him to drive in the car with him. She don't want him to sleep in the bed with him. Like
The
she said,
car, her
we,
car, her car.
we have a routine, and I want to see how you acclimate to our way of being. First of all, I didn't like that comment that she made when they got up before he went out to the barn, talking about, oh, you have to, I need you to keep, what did she say? Something about, work for your keep. That's the way I
Yeah,
took
now
it.
you gotta earn your keep. He wants to
Yeah,
earn
work
his
for your
keep.
keep. Excuse me, ma'am? No, he's another one. He's here for his son. And this is what happens when you have one night stands and you don't strap up. And then now you tied to somebody for the next 18 years. These are all cautionary tales.
He is, and you
I
find out
also
the
want to
kid
say
ain't
something.
yours.
I want to say
Exactly.
something
He's
about
being
Exactly.
hypnotized. That's what it is.
I
He's
know,
being
I do.
hypnotized.
I want
I
to say
do.
something about the Colby and Emily situation. Like,
Yeah, go ahead.
supposed to like
AT2's got you hypnotized. Go ahead.
Get out.
Yeah, we all gotta run.
She got so mad when he was giving the child nuts. But like that's when you're supposed to introduce it to them early on. So if there is an allergy, you can get close to it quick because you do not want to introduce nuts later on to someone with an allergy.
But the grandma gave the baby a whole grape,
Grapes.
and you supposed
Exactly.
to
Without
cut
taking
up
the skin
grapes,
off.
right?
Yep.
A whole
Hmm.
what? A whole what?
Exactly. And you couldn't have crushed them damn nuts down any smaller. I mean, it was like he used a
What the
food
hell?
processor talking about, oh, he can choke off of that. If you don't go sit your fat ass down,
You-
I'm so tired of her.
Yeah,
Listen,
and like
they just didn't
he
want
gets
them.
off the, he gets
Go
off
ahead,
the
Chris
plane.
Marie. You go first.
Yeah, he gets off the plane. And remember, and he's like, "We're gonna see the baby." She's like, "No, I'm taking you to the hotel." And they're just like getting out, like they're driving. And he's like, "Oh, okay, we're going where? All right." And he's like, "But I want to go see my." Yeah,
That's
I
all
think
she
he
wants
started
from
out
him.
right. It
No,
Yeah,
did.
that's to
the
me.
problem with them nuts, they were like, no, we don't want them damn African nuts in our home. Throw that
She's
shit
crazy.
out. That's
No,
what
but
they
she
did.
started eating them. You notice her behind was eating them out the bowl, putting them in her mouth and chewing them. Okay.
Exactly. They were probably good because I think they toast their nuts with other sweets.
Can somebody tell me who the black people are on his wall? I just on their wall in that living
I
room.
just
They have
noticed that
two
too.
photos. Yes, I'm like, where did they come from and who are those people?
Right,
Maybe
they
they just
wanted to make him feel comfortable. They was like, oh,
Exactly. It
this
just
probably your
seems so
mama.
out of place.
Maybe it's to help.
They was all like, this one is your mama, this one is your sister. They look just like you, boo. They feel like that.
Wait, isn't there doesn't she have siblings?
Yeah, she has a sister. Yeah.
I do think it's very common for her family to have interracial marriages. I do think that's very common.
Yeah.
You
What
think
makes
so?
you think that? I don't think that that son
No, they
looks
said
like
there's
he
no
had
black
never
people
seen
in that
black people
town.
before. Exactly. Interracial with who? There's no way that they are around. I don't think they're around any black people to be
No.
acting the way that they are acting and thinking that it's okay. All the little microaggressions, the little side comments, the stalking people, the talking to him like,
Yeah.
oh, this,
You
oh,
can
that.
tell
There's
by the
no
way
way.
they speak too.
No.
The way they speak. They know
Yeah.
black people.
No,
Yeah.
I don't get that. I don't get that.
Another thing I want to talk about is what's that other one? Kara and Guillermo. Yes.
Oh yeah, we
Okay.
just didn't talk about them because they
Yeah.
weren't on this episode. What you
Oh,
got to
they
say about
weren't?
them? We'll finish up with you.
Listen, Kara, if I was Guillermo, I would be so nice and wait to get my green card and run. I'm gonna tell you this. Kara is giving me the vibes that if her boyfriend is sick or can't do anything, she'll just go cheat on him. Like she's giving me those vibes. She's giving me those.
Oh, you think that?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do think that she would do something like that because she looks like she does look like that type, and she looks so down at Guillermo. Like she looks like like this whole show is microaggressions right and left. Like she looks like Guillermo.
Really? Can I be honest? When I see them on TV, I get bored. I think that's why I don't. I don't see
Yeah,
them.
like, I kind of forgot about them.
I love Guillermo.
I kind of been tapped out on them too as well. I
Yeah,
know she made
Sebastian's
me
the only
angry.
one that watched their scenes. Everybody else fast forward.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm over her balloon art. I'm all for creativity, but come on. I don't know how many bills you paying with that. But she made me mad when she dragged him out there to quote unquote help her. Once again, talking to him like he was a child and needed all this assistance. But when he said, I want to take the balloons and give it to a child, instead of her saying, oh, well, we're probably not going to find one on the way home, she going to pop the damn balloon in front of him. Like he said nothing. I thought that was rude. Yeah, like what?
I can't.
Yeah, I didn't like that at all. But thank you, Sebastian. Thank you, Autumn's mom, for coming on. I appreciate
Thank you for
y'all.
having me again. Thank you guys. Bye-bye.
Have a good night. All right, Krista Marie, thank you so much for coming on tonight. I appreciate it. It was so much fun. Shout out to Sebastian. Shout out to Autumn's mom. They had a lot to say and they added a lot to the show. So I appreciated them. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. And I didn't realize real quick, my co-host Erin D has been in the chat. She's been on the whole time. In the that's Erin D.
Yeah, shout her out.
Yeah, that's Erin D. Yeah, she's the one who signed up. We reality TV with Krista Marie, and then we have Erin D. That she does whose side with it. Like we disagree on almost everything. So it's really funny. But yeah, but she's got. So we took a break because of the Uvalities and stuff in Texas. And then she got Coviana this week. And she's really sick. And she came so we got to take another week off. So, yeah.
Yes, please, Erin, please get better. We all on the mend now. But Krista Marie, go ahead and shout out your channel again and let people know where they can find you.
Yeah, it's Reality with Krista Marie. I'm on YouTube. We go live. I stream on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook when I do go live. And I usually put the thumbnail out that day. So, and yeah, we've been talking about doing this for a while, and it was so much fun, and I loved it. So.
Yes, and it was a pleasure having you on the show. And yeah, we definitely got to do this again. So next week, I think with Family Chantel, and because at first 90 Day wasn't really getting me, but with the Family Chantel, I think there's more to talk about. So definitely adding those two and maybe doing it on a Tuesday like this, I think that would work out perfectly. So I appreciate you. And then shout out to everybody, all my AT-tubers out there. Make sure I hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe. If this is your last time, oh well, but thank you because of views of you. But make sure you guys go ahead and follow Krista Marie. I'm going to go ahead and post her channel in the description of the video if you're watching the replay. So make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe to her channel. But we're out of here, guys. Deuces.
See you.